All right, we finally got a Camaro episode going on. We got some cool stuff to unbox. A few different things. We'll just start cracking them open so that way I can show them to you. This one's probably one of the ones I'm most excited about. Camaro does a good job at most things, but it just doesn't really have that cool sound right now. We're gonna see if we can get that. So, put it in order here. With the goodies, they're all wrapped up. So as you can see, we get some pipes. So basically what this is actually the axle back exhaust from Mishimoto. It's just the dual outlet, not the quad outlet. I just went with the regular kind of a normal look on it. And basically, it's a muffler delete. It's got polish tips. We're gonna open all of this right now. You get kind of the gist. We're going to open that a little bit later and kind of go through it all. Let's see, is there anything cool I can actually show you there? There we go. That's one of the tips. So that's like really the pretty part. So that's that. That's kind of the cool looking part. It's an oil catch can kit is what this is. This is gonna just basically get all the contaminants out of our oil system, give us a little longer life on the engine there, which always a good thing. Plus, in my opinion, I think it's gonna look kind of cool in there too. But wait, there's more. Now this I've already opened and may have played with in the past. But there's some more sound for us. It's mostly put together. This isn't how it came when I bought it. But this is ready to drop in, and it is a cold air intake. Same company, Mishimoto, made all this stuff. And there's the elbow, and that's pretty much all there is to that. It was a lot more pieces when it came, but you know, once it goes together, it's not so bad. So. That's all our pieces. We're gonna do an oil change. We're gonna get all this cool stuff on there. And then we'll show you the differences between kind of what it sounded like stock as it sits, and then with all this goodness going on. So yeah, let's get to it. Probably in the morning we'll actually start doing work and see how it goes. All right, so we got the car up in the air. We're gonna do the oil change real quick, get that out of the way before we start getting to our table of good stuff over here. Probably won't bother showing much of the oil change, just a simple oil change, but we'll get on it.
It looks cooler.
It looks cooler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than that giant ugly box.
Yeah. Agreed.
How often do it to clean that filter?
Not that often.
Okay.
Alright, so the filter goes on pretty easy, well, your cold air intake. Mostly because I already have it all set up. It has these little brackets that you got to kind of sit in the right spot, so it just pops right in just like the factory air box did. The hardest part is that hose right there, that steel braided one. That one sucks. One of the main reasons it sucks is I lost half of the little tool set thing they give you to pop it out. I dropped it in there and it was gone. So what I ended up having to do is I ended up having to cut the one remaining tool and bend it and make a second tool. So now my tools are really tiny, but got it off. The other bad thing is the other kit we have that we're going to be putting on this thing, the oil catch cans, that's supposed to come with tools, which is kind of why I was like, all right, yeah, I'll get that too, so that we have the tools, make everything easier. Well, I can't find the tools in the box, so that's going to be fun. Anyway, let's pop this thing back on there. Just that easy. just gotta slide this guy on it. Alright, so now the intake's pretty much on, but I'm not going to connect this until I'm all done because this was not easy to put in there. So we're going to get all this stuff out. I'm going to read through the directions more on those catch cans and see what we need to do for that. Alright, so one good thing, one bad thing. They're kind of the same thing. They don't really send you instructions. You just look it up on their website and you can pull up the actual instruction page. But so that's kind of good and kind of bad because you can't just like have your instructions sitting on the table where your hands are free. You always got to have your phone, and then when your hands get dirty, like you're dirtying your phone. So I'm sure I could print them, but that's a lot of color, and our printer sucks to be honest. So phone it is. So far, that's the only part we're not thrilled with, is it looks like you're not supposed to use your engine cover again. And it's not a pretty engine. But, well, we'll see. Maybe we'll make something, maybe we'll like it, I don't know. Do one side, but there's no way I'm getting to that bottom one. Like, let's get real.
Yay!
Yikes. How did I do that without dropping those? Tell me that. Oh. Huh. Look at that. I don't know how I did it. Came off though. These are gold. Don't lose these. So, like we were talking about earlier, I wasn't putting this on even though I thought I could. Well, it's a good thing because it would have had to come back off, and it's not fun. It's like I like those other ones I just undid, but I always had more trouble with this one for some reason. All right, one can down. So, got all the hoses run, got the cans installed. Looks like we're good to go. And I was wrong. Looks like it says in the instructions that the cover goes back on, so we should be good to go. That's what we're doing now.
I'm so excited the cover's gonna go back on.
Pocket glove. Alright, so we got that catch can on, we got the cold air intake on, we're about to flip it around and do the exhaust. But before I do that, I figured I'd give you a little taste of what it sounds like with just that intake on, in case, you know, maybe you were going to go get the intake, you're curious what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like right here. So it's still pretty normal. When it's on a more of a cold start, it's pretty warm out today. When it's colder out, you'll get a little more of a whistle right when it first starts up. But you get that now. That's the fun maker right there. Anyway, let's flip it around, let's get that exhaust on here. All right, so you saw the party in the front, let's break out the party in the back. That's nice. Last exhaust I put together did not have any markings. It was a lot harder. That's pretty nice. I like it. So this here is the template, and it shows you kind of how to set it to make your line and everything. It's kind of cool. So this is what we're replacing here. I think I saw it called the suitcase. So basically we're just gonna be cutting it right back here. That's what that template I showed you was for. Is I think you put it up here against the muffler and it actually gives you a certain length and you just make your lines and cut it there. So that's what we're doing. And then once we get it cut, we're gonna unhang it and pull it off of here and then put something much lighter and cooler sounding on. All right, so take your template. It has the shape of the pipe basically on it. So you just get the flat side here and you butt it up against the muffler and then just put it on next to your pipe, and it gives you two like references to mark. It has one for the side and then it has this little bend here so that we get one across the top too. Pretty cool. All right, so now we're gonna try and cut the exhaust, and whenever you're under the car, especially cutting metal, it's good to have some glasses on, so I got those. And we're gonna try out this new tool I got. In the past, when I've cut some exhaust, I've used like a die grinder, and I have a air tank, air compressor, and the tank is pretty small, and so it was like I would cut for like a minute and a half, get this far, and then I would stop, wait for it to pump up, and it took like an hour to cut a couple tailpipes on my other Mustang. So I got this to try out. It's a tailpipe cutter, and basically, if I'm looking at it right, wrap it around. It's got these little wheels on it, and cuts like a pipe cutter, where you just tighten it a little bit, spin it, tighten a little bit, spin it, tighten a little bit, spin it. And I'm hoping this works pretty good because I really don't like listening to the compressor. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so one of the tools it says you need on the instructions is your exhaust hanger removal tool, which I'm taking to mean as WD-40 and a pry bar. This is my exhaust hanger removal tool. There it is. It's off. The exhaust hanger removal tool worked. Alright, muffler off, out of the way. Figure out how to get rid of that thing later. Sometimes if it was another car and I had a different exhaust, I'd be like, let's start it right now with everything off just to see what it sounds like. But since we kind of don't have a muffler anymore once I put this stuff on, I'm just going to wait and throw it on, see what it sounds like then. Alright, we got it on there. It took some cursing, it took some wrestling, some tightening, but it's finally on here. Let's go ahead, let's see what this thing sounds like. So now the fun part, we're gonna go try it out, take it to that spot we did for the befores that give you some afters. All right, so that was a quick test drive. We had to go back to the house. We got a couple corners away, and it was like, is there a rattle? And then, Sammy's over here, and she's like, yeah, I think there is a rattle. So I'm thinking about it. We're not, well, whatever, I'll mess with it later. But I'm thinking about it. We get about another light away, and I forgot to tighten the nuts on that back, the hanger for the mufflers back there. And oh no. So we had to go back to the house. I tightened those up. It was just 4 little nuts. Not a big deal, but that concrete was hot. Anyway, now we're back out. We're gonna get that tested. All right, so this is what it sounds like stop. got the intake back on it. We got the oil breathers. We got the exhaust. Let me know what you think of the sound. I think it sounds pretty good. It's not like the prettiest sounding car in the world, but it's got a nice deep grumble. It's got some turbo noises. That's all I'm really asking for. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit like, follow me on Instagram. That's how we keep up to date. And we'll see you next time on Tack Garage. I was going to ask you, so what do you think? Do you like it, or did we ruin your car?
No, I like it.